I'm trying to get it. Live my life, fuck a critic. You either simping or you pimping. Are you solid or you snitching? Know a few real ones, they name no need to mention. Know a few real ones, they name no need to mention. Every day I'm trying to get it. Live my life, fuck a critic. You either simping or you pimping.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Common Underground. I'm your host, Common. I got a real special guest for you guys today. His name is Marco the Don, a Southside Chicago hip hop artist, rapper. He's a CEO, CFO, label owner, a creative writer, a producer, an entrepreneur. He's a publisher. He's everything and all of above. So, what is going on, my brother? It's good to see you, man. Thanks for coming on the show.
Man, I appreciate it. I'm happy to be here, man.
That's what's up, man. So tell me about your business, what you got going on. I see you got a 5210 LLC. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, anybody know me from the old days? I come from Hoodfella Records. When I stepped out to do my solo thing and gather other artists, 5210 came about. You know,
Okay.
and that name came from a childhood home. That's the address to my childhood home that we ended up turning into a studio. And you know, we created and banged out a lot of hits from there. And at
That's
that
dope.
address. Yeah,
That's
man.
dope that you did it like that too. That's genius. That's
Yeah.
really good, man. That shit. And then, you know what I'm saying, that connection to your old home and that being your business now and all that shit is very sentimental. That's dope as hell. Listen, I heard your last track, the Freddy Krueger track. It's pretty dope, man. I
Yeah,
just
Freddie in
listened to
my
it today.
dreams.
Yeah,
Freddie in my
Freddie
dreams.
in My Dreams. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty dope. I'm gonna let everyone hear that here in a little bit. That was a really good track, and I've been listening to all your other shit too, man. You like your shrimp with your pasta, yo. You got some hot ass shit, man. I'm
My
really
guy.
proud of you. For all you listeners out there, I've known Marco the Don. Can I call you Marcus, or you want me to
Yeah,
call you Marco?
you could call me Marcus, man. It's me and
All
you.
right, well,
Let's do it.
Marcus. I've known him since sixth grade. So gosh, probably since like 1994, maybe. I don't even know what year it was.
Yeah,
94,
it's probably
95,
94, 95. Yeah, up in there
around there.
somewhere.
Yeah, man. So we go way back. We were best friends when we were shorties, man. Best fucking friends, man. No
Yeah,
doubt. Listen,
we still standing. We here today.
we still standing, man, and I'm really proud of him. He's doing amazing things, man, and I think it's dope. I see you. There was an article on what was it, ABC Today,
USA
about you.
Today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
USA Today. What was that about exactly? Like, how'd that go about? That was pretty badass. How'd you get
Um,
that shine?
yeah, man, I got contacted from some of our brothers over there in England, and some writers over there wanted to do a story on me. And I guess they had to pull at USA Today, and that's where it got published at. Um, they were just asking me about the same things you were asking me about, like my journey, my music. I had songs like Red or Blue, which is popping right now for the political arena. Um, and the Freddie in My Dream song that you like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they were just asking me my creative process and just letting them know that all my music comes from experiences in life that I've seen, I've experienced, and just my music is real, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I read a bit about it, and one of the main key takeaways I got from it is that you were making music that's relatable, very relatable to everyone out there. Like, there's it's trap music, it's hip hop, you know what I'm saying? It's storytelling, and all that by
Mhm.
itself, like, is very relatable to all sides of the hip hop culture and Chicago culture as well. So that's just fire. Listen, I bring up something old probably about 24 years ago, maybe more. We met up at Ford City. We went to your mom's house and we recorded a track. We recorded a record together. And then I was like, man, this is dope. And like, I forgot what it was. I don't remember where we recorded. But then after that, I didn't talk to you again. And that day is when I found out I didn't know how to rap. I was like, man, I
Yeah,
gotta hang this up, man.
man,
We record-
I gotta dig in the crates to try to find that joint. But I didn't think you were that bad. I actually thought you were kind of decent,
I
man.
never did it again, bro. You crushed my dreams, Marcus. I was like, man, after I left your house and I had walked to the bus stop, terrified because I was in the wild hundreds. Where were we, like 170 something in Ashland? How far out south
We
were you
might have
back
been
then?
if we were at my mom's house. We might have been over there by Kedzie, like on 80 something in Kedzie. My
It
grandma
felt
said
like
in the hundreds.
felt like
Yeah. So
150,000 in Ashland, man. That was the longest scary bus ride I ever had to take to 17th and Ashland and shit. So
I
I
had to
tell,
get you back. You always had me in your hood, so I had to take you to mine.
no, man, listen, let me tell everyone something, man. Back in the 90s in Pilsen, where I live, black folks weren't allowed to walk around that neighborhood. Just period. It just
I did,
you did because you and it was
but
I can't even
that's your fault though.
yeah, but I couldn't even say oh it was because of me 100%. And listen, it was dangerous for anybody, but in terms of you, you had a lot of balls, man. Like, and I had a lot of balls bringing you into the hood and shit. And yeah, so that's what's up. Like, I try to explain to people in my podcast how Chicago was. You know what I'm saying? The gang politics
Mhm.
and how the neighborhoods were segregated
Oh,
and
oh, it was
separated.
serious back then. Yeah, it was serious.
Oh, okay, it was
It was
serious.
it wasn't no joke. We can walk from one block to the next and be in a whole nother land, and they were on
Yeah.
that. They stood on business at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and as far as like you and I knew, we were like the only we didn't know any like Mexican and black friend like that other group that had that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
we couldn't go play basketball at some parks. Like we couldn't play basketball at Hoyne Park together. Because the racism, man, was wild
Mhm.
as fuck. The racism was wild. There was things we just couldn't do. You know what I'm
You
saying?
brought up Bowen Park. I actually I don't think you was with me that day, but I ended up going back. We had a friend named Lauren, I think that was her name. And I ended up going back. I ended up getting into it with some skinheads there at that
The
time.
popes, the
Yeah, the
almighty
Popes.
popes.
See, you remember the
Yeah,
Popes. But
I remember that shit.
I'm not gonna lie, those experiences kind of shaped me into who I am today, which is, not about race, just about humans. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a stupid kid at that time and didn't understand the danger, but I was still out there. It kind of, it kind of make you understand that we all humans, and these people became my brothers as well, no matter our color.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, but you understood the danger, bro. Like I
yeah,
vividly
but
remember you being like, "Yo, this ain't a good idea," and I'm like, "Dude, trust me."
I understood. I understood it, but not at the age we are now. Like some shit, I'd be like, hell no, I ain't doing that. I ain't put myself in that position. But back then, we were risk takers. So,
Yeah,
and
we were definitely risk takers.
yeah. So, but I wouldn't take it back for the world because, like I said, that gave me the ability to be able to deal with all kind of people from all walks of life. You know what I mean? So, right now
Yeah,
to this day, I have a lot of Mexican brothers. I got black brothers, white brothers, Jewish brothers, whatever. So, those experiences help me navigate through life with people. You know what I'm saying?
100%,
Yeah.
100%. And again, I was like the only one from the hood that had a black friend and shit. I'm- you
we,
know
we
that
were
shit is
like
true.
we were fucking freaking frat back then, though.
We
You
were
know
like
what
friggin' friend.
I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying? Nah, that shit was wild. So where did you land on this election shit, man? Where'd you land? Were you cool? Were you cool with Trump or were you hoping Kamala was gonna win?
Man, I'm glad you asked me that. I don't know if I stood on either side with this, but what I do believe in right now is just being an American, and whoever took the presidency, stand by him because I'm an American, man. I'm getting kind of tired of all the terrorists out here. You know what I'm saying? Whoever won, I would have stood by him because I'm an American, and that's how it goes.
That's
So
what's
we
up.
have to start. I just feel like we have to start supporting our president. You know what I'm saying? Whoever it is.
Yeah,
So
that's love because whether or not you support him or you don't support him, he's still gonna do whatever the fuck he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? If he's gonna make you
there you
poor,
go.
you're gonna be poor. If he's gonna get you rich, he's gonna make you rich. And you know what I'm saying? You're on for the ride now. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's the roller coaster conductor. You're on the ride for the next 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
whatever he
And then
decides to do, it is what
And
it
then I
is.
always stand on me being a man myself. I'm gonna make myself whatever it is, no matter what the president is.
For
So that's
sure.
just
No,
how it goes.
100%.
Yeah.
That's what I say all the time to a lot of folks that talk to me about the struggle and shit. And I look at some folks and be like, yo, you ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying? You can leave. Like you ain't got nothing holding you down. Like you can fucking buy a plane ticket and fly to Panama and live good. You know what I'm saying? You can fly to Romania and do good. You can go to Mexico and do pretty good. But a lot of people blame other people for their struggle. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
they put a lot of pressure on themselves when a lot of people got a lot of talent, but it's not other people's fault that they're being held down. A lot of people hold themselves back with their own personalities. A lot of people
Absolutely.
that got mad talent, man, they could do a lot of shit, but they're the ones holding themselves back. because of their self-esteem issues, because of their anxiety and stuff like that. So I think if people got their mental health right, people got seeked help, and you know what I'm saying, had a good friend or a good counselor or a good mediator to talk to them, and you know what I'm saying, point them in the right direction in life, bro. It don't matter who the president is, who the congresswoman is, you know what I'm saying, it don't matter any of that shit. If you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it. It don't matter. If you're not gonna make it, it ain't nobody's fault you didn't make it. It's your fault you didn't make it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
That's 100%.
absolutely. And
So
then
I
we have to define what making it is. You know what I'm saying? As Americans, sometimes we think the people on TV is the ones who's making it. You know what I'm saying? And making it to me is just your own personal goals and where you are trying to go in life. You see what I'm saying? And I'm going to use you as an example right now, brother. You hit me up one day, said, "Hey, I'm doing a podcast," and now we're here. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
You had to get up and do it. That's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, for me, this has always been on my bucket list, and I've been trying to get it off the ground for a long time. And it really had
Mhm.
nothing to do with the fact that I didn't have the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? I always had the time.
Mhm.
I always had the charisma and the personality for doing stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk. You know, I like to talk. And so I was like, I always had it, but it was just the timing, bro. The timing had to be right for me. I had to feel okay with myself mentally, deal with my own issues and shit like that, because I do suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder from the military, and not just from the military, just from growing up on the south side of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of
Yeah,
things that
that should do it.
you
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
I tell people that shit all the time, man. And I put that shit on my blog
Mhm.
like 2 weeks back, that like a lot of folks talk about this PTSD stuff and they always only put it on the military. Like, oh, you know, the military guys, they're suffering with PTSD. Yo, I know more killers on the south side of Chicago than I do in the military. I know dudes that are suffering from PTSD on the south side of Chicago way worse than I know on the military side, bro. No shit.
So you're getting into something that I've been talking about for about a
It's
year now.
100%
Like I
true, bro.
on Veterans Day, I always salute my street soldiers too. And I'm gonna tell you why. I got, my little brother is in the military. I got my father was in the military. I come from military people. So, I never take anything away from them. But exactly what you just said, we're from Chicago, and I know a lot of street soldiers too. You know what I'm saying? And at one point I was out there a soldier. So I always give them homage as well, because it's two sides of the war. It's the one that we fight at home, and then we're fighting overseas or with the military. So I always give them praise on Veterans Day as well, though.
No, 100%, man. I agree with you. And again, those wars in Chicago, they ain't necessary. It never was just like, well, there's just black people killing black people, or it's just Mexican people killing Mexican people. Who gives a fuck, right? That's kind of like
Right.
the rhetoric behind our street wars in Chicago. But in reality, bro, those are just Muslims killing Muslims over there, or those are just Africans killing Africans, or those are just Europeans killing Europeans. Why the fuck do we get
Hmm.
involved in those motherfucking wars? You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Absolutely.
Ukrainian
Absolutely.
and I ain't Russian.
Mhm.
Why do you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I'm Mexican like a motherfucker. I don't give a shit what those Euro motherfuckers are fighting for. But it's
All
so
right.
if you can't, if you like, yo, I'm not gonna get involved in a war between the blacks or a war between the Mexicans, and that's in your own country and in your own city, but you're gonna spend billions of dollars to get involved in some motherfuckers on the other side of the ocean that ain't even American, first of all, but they're European. You know what I'm saying? They like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, what are we
Oh,
doing?
I
Like,
definitely do. But that's what we're getting back to. We're all human, man, and we have to start caring about the issues, because it's called the ripple effect. Certain things,
yeah,
even if I'm sitting here talking about, well, it only affects the Mexicans. No, it don't. It affects me too in some kind of form or fashion. You see what I'm saying? Because if
word,
they do it to you guys, they'll be coming after us next. So
yeah.
we just have to start caring about each other as humans, and that's what I feel like. You feel me?
I feel you. I just did a podcast show with my one of my buddies, Spencer Emch, and we got a show coming out called Sectors of Fire. And this topic kind of came up a little bit. We talked about the elections and about, what who it would be better for, and who would it benefit for each one. And I said, listen, if I go back to my time, we've had freaking like Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Biden, Trump, or no, Obama, Trump, Biden, now Trump again. So that's 9 presidents, right? So me and
Hmm.
you lived through 9 presidents. out of those 9 presidents, not one of those presidents made the black or Mexican communities better. I don't care what anyone says.
Well, now you're getting into what we've been talking about.
Not one,
It's
bro.
not sometimes it's not about the president, it's about you. So
Yeah,
you have to
not
get up
one.
every day, no matter what the president is. So that's why I was telling you about the Trump thing. A lot of people hate Trump, you know what I'm saying? But I'm an American, so I'm just gonna ride with who's in charge at the time because sometimes that's what we have to do. It hasn't been not one president that I liked. That do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
I feel
you
you.
still have to ride with him. What's different with him and Trump? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
You
it's
know what I'm
crazy because
saying?
like I served in the military under Bush, Obama, and Trump. That's how I served under 3 presidents while I was in the army, bro. And I'll tell you the truth, like uh I didn't like either one of none of them. Like when I was serving, I
But
didn't like any of them. You know what I'm saying? But
but you
they were
are
still my
American.
commander in chief, and I still had to do my
Exactly.
job and serve them and shit. You know what I'm saying? It took me a while to understand Trump. I didn't understand his politics or if he had any at all. I didn't
Hmm.
understand his motives. Like, listen, bro, when that homie said grab her by the pussy, bro, I was like, he's cashed. I was like, there's no way he'll ever be president now, bro. Once I heard that, I was blown away. I'm like, there's no way he's gonna be president after that. And he got elected. I was like,
Well,
they let a motherfucker that said grab her by the pussy be the president and shit.
well, I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm a shy guy sometimes when it comes to women, and I know a few girls who told me to grab them by that shit. So it's
I
different
get
strokes
it.
for it's
He
different
wasn't
strokes for
telling a
different
lie,
folks.
probably. He was probably telling the
I,
God's honest truth. I'm sure that that's how he gets down, and it probably works for him. He's a billionaire. But to say it and to have it recording and to be running for president,
that's
there was a lot of
outrageous.
backlash.
I get you, but and
But he
then on
still
the flip
won.
side, some people like it because it's just real.
It's
He's not
real.
media trained.
But once I seen that and he won this time around, I thought to myself, with all the shit that was going on with him, I was like, listen, all this stuff they're saying about him, none of it is worse than him saying grab her by the pussy, dude. None of it's worse. I'm like, if he still won an election after saying grab her by the pussy, they're washed. He's already got this in the bag. You know what I'm saying? He I'm like, he won the first election with that. There ain't shit he can say. You can't do any worse than that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
honestly, during this election, I ain't gonna lie, man. I think both parties got into the mud. You see what I'm saying? Like, which means I feel like they both were talking a lot of shit about each other. You see what I'm saying? So,
Oh,
it kind of made one party not better than the other. You see what I'm saying? So, when it comes to Trump, of course, he's gonna have all the sexes, but we also have to fight for testosterone and manhood as well, because we
yeah,
living in a world where they're trying to depress that. You can't even really be a
100%.
man. You see
Yeah,
what I'm
we
saying?
could we could talk about that, about
Hmm.
the progression of women and the de-evolution of man,
Absolutely.
because
And
that's what's happening
we
now.
have to start finding that balance where women can be women and men can be men. You see what I'm saying?
And it's not women's fault that they're feeling the way they're feeling, where they're at a point to where like they want to be successful, they want to be professional, they want to stand out. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to
And
be
I'm
known
all for
as
that.
some
Absolutely.
housewife. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? They want to stand out front now and be noticed,
Hmm.
and have equal rights and equal pay, and
And
not
I'm
be.
for that. The thing that I'm not for is in the process you're emasculating the men. You see what I'm saying? We have to find a balance though.
Well, here's my thing on that, bro. All right, so if this happened in, let's say, if this was going on 25 years ago, bro, and
Hmm.
let's say I was 21. I was a man at 21 for sure. You know what I'm saying? I had already had my own house. Like I was living on my own. I was taking care of myself, paying my bills, had my own whip and shit. I was already taking care of business. If
Me as
this was
well.
happening then,
Probably when I was like 18. So yeah, I'm
yeah,
following.
I'm just saying
Hmm.
21 because like that's a perfect age where I feel comfortable saying it. Um, if this was happening then, bro, there's no way a woman could demasculate me because I was a man. Like it wouldn't happen. The reason why it's
Well,
happening now is
go ahead.
because just that generation, this era of men, they're just naturally softer,
Yeah, and
and it's
well,
not their
I'm gonna
fault.
speak on that part. I agree with you, but I know plenty of men that has homes, great jobs, and still their woman is whooping their ass at home. Swear to God, I know plenty of men like that. So I
But
don't know
there's a
if
lot
it's.
of a lot of those guys that you just don't know this, but those dudes that
Mhm,
are like that,
mhm.
they're girls, they do stuff for them that, you know what I'm saying, other girls won't do. Like some of them guys like a couple fingers in their booties. And like once they find that woman that'll drop a couple of them knuckles in, get a like
Right,
knuckle deep, and you know what I'm
right.
saying? They never want
They're
to let
hooked.
them go.
Yeah, that's
Because
weird.
dude, it's easy to be like a closet fag if you got a woman that'll please you like a man would.
But I agree with that 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that what we kind of going through with Diddy and all of them right now?
Yeah,
We're
like
finding out.
there's a
So
lot of dudes that are a lot of dudes that are gay, but
because
their man
real
will
real
take care, or
men,
woman will take care of that for them.
yeah. I don't even like my girl coming behind me hugging me too much. So I understand. So I can't even relate to those guys. You see what
You
I'm
know what
saying?
I'm saying?
So but you're definitely telling the truth on that because I know a lot of
No, I do too, man. You
that,
get motherfuckers drunk at a card game, they start admitting
right?
shit like that. They start admitting it. You know that shit. Dudes be like, I'm like, so tell me about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
dudes be
Well,
telling, yeah,
if
I
once
jerked
you let
off
them do
upside
that,
down
they
one
ain't gonna
time.
respect. Once you let your
Uh,
girl put her whole fist in your ass, she definitely not respecting you no more. I don't care if you breaking the bread or whatever.
I knew, dude. It's funny because I say that because I actually have a real story about it. There was this big, strong ass dude that I was in the army with when I was stationed in Italy. Big,
Mhm.
fucking jacked up ass guy. I'll even say his name because I don't give a fuck. He's a booty warrior. His name is Carter, and he was and yeah, he
Go
was a
ahead.
big, strong ass mother. Who did he look like, man? He kind of had like Shaquille O'Neal's face, but he had like, yeah, he had like Shaq's face, but he had like Vince Carter's body. And he was a
Yeah.
cool ass dude. I liked him a lot and shit. He was dating this girl across the hall from me. She was this real short, hairy little Mexican broad and shit. I don't remember her name. I don't remember. It may have been Rodriguez, but she was way, he was way out of her league. Like she was way fucking just busted. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up bust down.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck does he see in her? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is she doing for this motherfucker? He can get any girl he wants at the club. I know he could. You know what I'm saying? But he was all in love with her. One day I was out to go play basketball outside the barracks with my homies and shit. And I seen him in the back steps crying. And I was like, man,
Mhm.
bro, you good? I thought maybe his mom died or a family member died. You know how that shit is. And so I tried to console him and shit. I'm like, you good, bro? Everything good? What happened? He's like, she broke up with me. I'm like, what? You crying over her? Dog? I went to my room. I got a bottle of Henny and I had brought it over to him. Like, yo, let's drink this shit, bro. You're good. Come play basketball with us. So they broke up and we were hanging out with that girl like that same weekend. She told us everything, bro, that she was fucking dildoing him in the ass, all this stuff. I'm like, I knew it. I knew it. I'm like, that's why he was with you, because he couldn't ask another bitch to do that shit.
We live in a
He was
whole different time, brother. I be feeling like an old man because certain shit I'll be like, nah. You know what I mean? So, but this is definitely going on, man, right now. Like I said,
no,
we're going through
100%.
we're going through the Diddy things. So things that we will deal with as men, like we don't be understanding when we see other men dealing with it, because we wouldn't deal with it. You see what I'm saying? So but what you say things like this that they're doing for them in the bedroom, and they're low key demasculating them in the bedroom by doing that. But hey, people, different strokes for different folks,
I
and
don't
that's what
really
they like. So
I don't really
you know
know
what I
how to
mean?
take that whole Diddy scenario, bro. Because I'll be honest with you, a part of me, I'm diddling right now, bro. I'm diddling Michael Jordan right now, right in front of you. I'm rubbing his head and shit. I got MJ in my
I
hand.
like
Man,
those. Hey,
get off me,
my
MJ.
brother Ryan collects those. Yeah, he collects those. I like those
All I
too.
got is the MJ one. I never bought any other one. I was like, oh shit, they got MJ. You know what I'm saying? I had to have that. But this
Yeah,
whole
I think
Diddy
he got the
scenario,
Godfather one
oh,
and
I
all
want
that.
that one too. That would be dope. I gotta find it.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna set
They
my whole
collect them. He's the
Esco
one
with that
putting me
shit.
up on them.
So
Yeah,
the
but they're
Diddy
pretty cool.
scenario, I, I don't think he's guilty, homie. I don't think he is. I think that okay. So I hear all that psyop shit, and they were going to use his case for election interference. I hear all that, and anything's
Hmm.
possible. You know what I'm saying? I don't doubt anything. People are dirty and greasy and shit, but I do think that he didn't pay Paul, or was that pay Peter to rob Peter? You know what's that saying?
Rob Peter to pay Paul. Rob
Yeah,
Peter
he
to pay
didn't grease
Paul.
hands. Like there was motherfuckers that he should have been paying off to keep quiet, and he thought like they were being racist towards him, and he wasn't paying people off because there's a whole bunch of elites out there, dog, that are doing that same shit. Like they are,
Yeah,
they are, bro. Hugh
yeah,
Hefner was
yeah.
having those same parties, bro,
Well,
for
well, he couldn't
years.
have. Well, he couldn't party by himself. So It was, of course, it was a lot of people there that's acting like
Yeah,
they weren't there now. You know what I mean?
come on, you
So,
knew
I
everybody
mean,
knew what was
when
going
it comes
on.
to me, my rules. I stay out of people's bedroom. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a private person when it comes to what I'm doing in my bedroom because I don't think it's nobody's business. So the same respect I give to other people. I don't know because I wasn't there. I didn't go to the freak offs or whatever they're calling it. So I'm just watching the show like everybody else, man. One thing I do know is that he must have pissed somebody off.
That's what I
You know what I
think.
mean? Yeah.
And it could be a situation, bro, that just like the Epstein case, where Diddy been an informant for a triple letter agency this whole time, and he been making films of elite people doing dirty shit so they can use
Now I
as
kind of
blackmail.
believe that part. Yeah, I kind of believe that part.
So they
You see
probably
what I'm
got
saying?
they probably got Leonardo DiCaprio freaking getting horse railed by Shaquille O'Neal. Now they got, you know what I'm saying? Now they
We're
got
not
that
gonna let
footage.
your imagination's gonna go wild with this, I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying? They probably got like Bill Gates, you know what I'm saying, blowing exhibit and shit.
Yeah. Oh, don't
And
leave out Jay-Z.
they probably
Nas
got
said dick sucking lips, remember? So
they
we
got
can't.
they got Jay-Z blowing Nas and Diddy's bathroom and shit on footage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we could go wild with it with the imagination, but
Yeah, but you never know. That could be the case. And Diddy's gonna walk, bro. I'm telling you, I don't think Diddy's gonna do a day in jail, bro. I think he's gonna walk. It's crazy because you got to look at one thing that a lot of folks ain't looking at that I caught on to because I be researching shit for my podcast and blogs and shit. That same day Diddy got arrested, it was on October 16th or 17th. And I got a bad memory, but you know what I'm saying? People, you can fact check me, it's all good. But that same day, that's the day that fucking that 23 and me garbage, all them CEOs resigned, like 7 CEOs resigned from that shit. You know what the 23 and me shit is?
yeah, I heard about that shit.
Where like
When I
7 million people's data and DNA had gotten hacked and
that got
stolen
breached, yeah. Yeah,
and
but they've been
taken.
doing this, man. They're doing it.
Bullshit.
Once we post this on Facebook, he's been doing it. They've been selling our data, our habits, what we like,
Yeah,
what
but
we don't like.
now they got DNA though, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
that's wild.
it's all
But
crazy to me. Your
here's the deal,
digital
like so.
footprint is damn near like a DNA now. You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
listen, I'm military, so like, listen,
Mhm.
DNA is biochemical, right? So
Biological.
like biological,
Mhm.
but it's also known as a bio. It can be used for to create biochemical
Mhm.
agents to create diseases that affect certain, you know what I'm saying,
Groups of people, and yeah,
geographics.
yeah, yeah.
So it can be used as a biochemical weapon, having DNA. That being said, if they know who was responsible for hacking the 23andMe servers and stole all of that data, whether it was Russia or China or India, that's an act of war. That's an act of
Uh,
war. You know what I'm saying?
you're military. You're military. We've been in war silently. You know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, but I mean, this one's pretty serious, and it's
Yeah.
fucked up. So I didn't do it. I was gonna do it. That's fucked up. I was gonna do that shit. And I'm so happy I didn't, but my cousin did it. But anyways, but listen, at the same time, man, when everyone signed on to have their retina scanned on their fucking phone, had their fingerprints scanned on their phone, they were already signing up to give away all their shit anyways, bro. Back in the day when
AI,
we were
all this shit.
back in the
Absolutely.
day when me and you were kids, 50 used to pull us over or stop us and arrest us for like nothing, for nickel bags, just to get us in to get our fingerprints. Because they had to
Hmm.
get everybody's fingerprints on a database because they didn't have shit like this. But now they got shit like this. They don't have to bother nobody over nickel bags no more because we're giving them our fucking fingerprints.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When you sign up for these apps and shit, people don't read. You see what I'm saying? They don't read all the fine print and this shit, and you're giving them permission to do certain things. Of course. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from the conspiracy shit, but we all have our opinions, and we're human, and we're living in the world right now. And if we don't start speaking up, then of course, this, they want to take away all our rights. So if you are slow and allow them or give them permission to do these things, they're gonna rape you every fucking time.
Yeah.
But
Straight up. Damn. So what's your next project? What you looking at trying to do in your next project?
um, I got some things going on. I got a music project that I'm putting together that is gonna be a book, a movie, and soundtrack all at once. You know what I
Damn.
mean? So I'm putting that together right now. The music is already done. I'm working on the film aspect of it and the book aspect of it. So
Who's
I'm
writing
trying to
your
do
book?
those. I am. I
You're
am
writing the
myself.
book. That's what's up. And you
Mhm.
gotta. Are you editing yourself, or you're gonna use a publishing agency to do your editing and
I'm
publishing?
gonna edit myself, but of course I'm gonna have a professional look over for the editorial for the final.
I'm not a professional, but you can send it to me. I'll look over it. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm on
I'll
my fourth
definitely
book right now.
definitely. Oh, I know. I know.
I learned a lot of tricks about editing, bro, because I edited my first book. It's not perfect, but I got better as I kept going. And now I know what it is, you know what I'm saying, to edit. And
Of
it's tiresome.
of course, I'm gonna hit you up for that. I would love for you to
Yeah.
be have some hands on the project. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me know. I'm definitely down, bro. I'm really excited for you, man. And I'll help you and, be involved to help you out in any way, which shape or form, brother. And again, you're
Uh,
always welcome to be on my show. When you want to promote anything you want to promote, you're always welcome, bro. Comment on the ground. I do promote graffiti because I mean that's my art, that's my culture and shit like that.
that's
But
you.
it's a hip hop show.
Exactly. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Everything's about hip hop culture
Well,
for me.
people don't know graffiti is part of hip hop.
Yeah,
Graffiti is part of hip hop, just like break dancing and all those
yeah.
things. So absolutely,
So that's what's
absolutely.
up, man.
Hmm.
Man, it's really good talking
Man,
to you, man.
and
Oh, go ahead.
we
Go
definitely
ahead.
have to get you on the Don show as well for your next book, bro.
No, for sure. Listen, the book my latest book is called An Army Story. It's wild
Mhm.
as fuck. It is raw. It is dirty. It is sad. I talk about pure drug use, dude. Pure solicitation of prostitution. I mean, I tell like just some dirty, dirty, dirty stories. Like of
You get
what
into the real on this one.
I mean, I explained a soldier's experience in Amsterdam to the fullest, like the mushrooms, the marijuana, the prostitution, the binge drinking, the fighting. You know what I'm saying? The drug dealers. I explained every step of how an experience a soldier has in Amsterdam. I explained the experience of a soldier's life in the barracks outside of war. You know what I'm saying? The rapes, the sexual assaults, sexual harassment, the fights, the binge drinking, the drug use. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just the depression of it. Just everything. I went really deep into it, and it was a real sensitive subject for me to write about because I know that if somebody of some type of military stature reads it, they'll be pretty pissed off that I put that out there for the world to know
Mm,
what's really going on behind the curtain. Because this is not shit
right.
they ever put in a military movie. It's not shit that people write about in books. Because like they don't portray what a soldier does when he's not at war in movies.
Mm.
Everyone, like,
Or
you
just
ask people,
or just the human experience that you're going
yeah,
through. Yeah, yeah.
you just ask anybody that has no military experience on the street. It's like, yo, you just go say, there's, this X amount of soldiers right now in Fort Campbell. What do you think those soldiers do every day when they're not at war? Most people be
Mm.
like pulling guard duty at the gate. They don't know, you know.
Right.
I'm like, yo,
Well, they're about to know.
I'm like, they're all blowing all their money on
Yeah.
strippers, buying cars they can't afford.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they're
Yeah.
doing, man. And it's wild. And yeah, they're about to know. So, like I said, I sent that shit out to the UK to get it published professionally and see what I can get on other deals with like Netflix and Hulu and stuff. And we'll see. And if they don't offer me what I want, then I'll pull it and I'll do something else with it. I might try to do something else with publishing it or self-publishing it and sending it to somebody important that might do something with it. So we'll see, man.
Absolutely.
But again, I'm working on this other project right now, and I kind of stopped and put brakes on it, and I'll send it to you to read. I'm writing a serial killer book, and because I'm not a serial killer, it gives me nightmares. I'm giving myself nightmares.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
so when you
Well,
when you
well,
write, when you write in your writing process, like when you're writing and you get tired and you got to go to sleep, you can't just go to sleep, right? Because you're still
mm.
playing the book in your mind while you're
And
trying to sleep.
you're still hyped up in the creative process. Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's
I
so
understand.
hard to sleep, dude. And
Hmm.
that's the hardest thing. So like when I'm writing a book, like it's really important to me to try to finish it in a timely fashion because I want to get some sleep. I'm like, yo, I gotta get this shit done, man, so I can get a sleep schedule back
Well,
and shit.
that book is gonna be good though. We might have to get that to the big screen. We need
Dude,
some good scary movies out here.
I want to tell you, I want to tell you the premise, but I can't tell you on the podcast because the premise has not been done yet. I literally came up, invented a storyline and a
Mhm.
premise that has never been done.
And I can't wait to see it or read
I'll
or
send
see
you
what
the
you come up
draft.
with.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's wild. It's disgusting. It's dirty. It's horrible. It's sad. You know what I'm saying?
all,
Yeah.
all my favorite entertainment points. So
It's really nasty, man. And I'm happy because like not because Donald Trump got elected, it has nothing to do with that, but I'm happy about what he just said recently. He just dropped like a 5 minute speech about what he's gonna do for the First Amendment and censorship. Like as well as I do, it's hard to do these shows like on YouTube and stuff like that because we automatically, because over the last 4 years, we've been trained to self censor ourselves because of cancel culture. You know what I'm talking
absolutely,
about?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I'm looking forward to like that happening to where I can say whatever I want, write whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? Not be shadow banned, not be canceled. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
not be restricted on these platforms like Facebook and Instagram and shit like that. And I know you being a rapper, you gotta feel 100% the same way, especially when you're writing and you're trying to
I
speak.
do, I do. But you know me, since I've been a kid, I'm a rebel, man. I don't give a shit. If you counsel me, it's a whole other group over here that's loving me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
no,
I just try to find
yeah.
my crowd. You see what I'm saying? I try to find my crowd who relates with me. It might not be the masses. You see what I'm saying? But I find the people who relate with me, and I give my shit to them. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
I feel you.
that's important even in your thing. I read a few of your books, which of course, I was interested in the one I read because it was from our childhood or whatever the
And
case
you were
may
in
be.
it. You had like your
Yeah,
own chapter
and
in
I
it,
was in
motherfucker.
it. I'm still waiting
Yeah.
on some of my money too, guys.
Oh, I
But
ain't get no money for that motherfucker, dude. That should not even. I wish I had got money for them books. I never wrote them to make money. You know what I'm saying? I wrote them for therapy, man. It's really
but
healthy to write. It's good for your brain.
but that's what's gonna make the money come though. They were good books, bro. They were definitely worth people paying for. You see what I'm saying?
I
So
mean,
go ahead.
go what you said is right in terms of writing and stuff like that, and
Mhm,
they were good books and all that, but it isn't really about them being good books. It's about being consistent. Like what
mhm.
you're doing, what I love about you is that you are consistent. Every week I go online and I see you dropping new shit. You're doing something new. You're doing something new. You're being consistent. The only way and like to be successful is to be consistent. You don't always got to be hot. Your shit don't always got to be good, but you always got to be doing something because what the difference between you doing something is the same as a person not doing nothing. Person that's not doing
Exactly.
nothing is garbage. He's never going to make it. And like, so what's your advice to anyone out there that like I just did? I gave advice on persistence. Like, what else do you say that's
Man,
the
that's a
person that
great
could be
question.
successful?
I'm just gonna tell you guys my little secret of what keeps me going, and it's just I love doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you enjoy doing it, it's easy for you to keep on constantly making content. You know what I'm saying? Some people, the rap game is saturated right now, but they're doing it because they just see someone else is doing it and they want to shine. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just like you told me, this is how I know you're a real writer because you told me I do it for myself. You see what I'm saying? And that's the same way I do my music. I do it to relax me. I use it for therapy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I do it for the same things. And when you do it for that, it makes it easy and it constantly makes you create the content. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because that's just your creative zone that you use to relax or whatever you use it for or to de-stress yourself. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, 100%.
And that's what I do my that's why I do it. You see what I'm saying? Of course, we're grown men. So of course I got other things that I do for money and things like that. But these are the things that I love to do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it translates in your art. And that's how I feel. So whatever you decide to do in the world, just make sure you have some joy in doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it'll translate to the people and they'll understand the realness and they'll be able to relate to it. And then that transfers into money. You know what I mean?
that's what's up. Yeah, because a job ain't a job if it's something you love doing, right? That's what they say.
Exactly. And then we were talking about even with the president, how many of us have worked a job that we hated our fucking boss? Do you get it? A lot of them. I know
Yeah,
I have.
everybody.
I
Thinking
have.
if I
So
ever did not hate my boss.
it's the same thing as the president. We all are Americans, and we have to start coming together with that and standing behind whatever decision we had, win, lose, or draw, and that's how we
There,
become stronger.
I did come to grips with one thing though in terms of hating my boss. When I had become a boss, I I stopped hating the bosses that I had in the past. I understood
Because you
why.
understood their position
Yeah,
now.
now I
Absolutely,
understood.
absolutely.
Yeah,
That I've had it from both sides too. You know what I'm saying? But I
yeah.
also had some bosses that was just dickheads too. You know what
No,
I'm
for
saying? Either
sure.
way, because
I had a gay
you
boss
know,
at Starbucks that was like really trying to get into my pants, bro. And I know he hired me to get in my pants. I'm not shitting. The motherfucker was gay as hell. He was cool, man. I had no problems that he was gay, but bro, he
it
was
was just you
overly
weren't
he was
right.
overly
You
gay.
weren't so yeah,
He was
yeah,
overly gay, you know. So he was cool. I miss him. He's a cool dude.
yeah.
I miss that motherfucker. Yo, man.
See,
Hey,
now
listen.
now you're getting into we're all just people. It don't matter what you are. Shit.
Nah, I don't give a shit, man. I listen. There's
Exactly.
a they talk a lot about the military becoming gay over here in Europe and shit. Like for everyone who's listening that don't know this, I'm in Romania right now. I should have mentioned that at the beginning. But yeah, I'm in Europe right now. I'm in Romania to
Romania to Chicago right now. Let's
living the
get it.
dream. You know what I'm saying? No, it's because I run a rap cam business here and OnlyFans. I got like a ton of girls working for me right now and shit like that. So I'm kind of like a pimp, except they don't pay me personally. I gotta beat it out of them. I gotta beat it out of them. Like Jesus Christ, like can't you motherfuckers give me my money when I ask for it? You know what I'm saying? So like yeah. So yeah, so that's what's up, Romania. You know, that's where this is the land of milk and honey. But back to you, back to you. So again, the the thing about Romanians and a lot of Europeans, they see what's going on in America and they ask me a lot of questions because obviously I'm American and I'm a veteran. They're like, why are you letting gay people in the military and blah blah blah? I'm like, bro, there's always been gay people in the military. Just they're just telling you about it now. I was like, you know how
Exactly.
many?
Now
I'm
it's
like,
just accepted. It's
I was like, dude,
accepted.
I worked with your military, the Romanian military. I worked with the Germans, the Italians, the French, the Jordans. I was like, the British. All you motherfuckers are gay. I was like, you don't even
This is
have to say it.
it's nothing new under the sun, man.
I'm
It's
like,
nothing
dang, get
new
the
under
fuck
the
out of here.
sun.
Everyone would say that shit to everyone. Tell them like, why do they like gay? It makes you look weak. It makes you look weak. I was like, well, dude, you guys let gay people in your military too. You just don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't sit here and tell me there ain't a soul in your fucking military that isn't gay. That's
Well,
100% not
I'm gonna
true.
be honest
You know what
with
I'm saying?
you. I don't have a problem with it. I don't
No,
have
I
a
don't
problem
either.
with it.
If you could pull
Yeah.
the trigger, if you could pull the trigger, bro, and that's
There
all
you
that matters
go.
to me. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you
You gotta
go.
understand, like the Taliban, the motherfuckers that we were fighting. I'm gonna tell you guys
Mhm.
something that if you don't know. Some of you may know this shit, and the vets out there all know this. But the guys that we were fighting in Afghanistan, they were all pedophiles, man. They had chai boys. They were all pedophiles, little boys.
Wow.
A chai boy is around a 12-year-old boy that because of the laws that they have in terms of uh their relationships with females, they can't have sex with a female unless they marry them. They
Hmm.
resorted to having sex with dogs and goats and little boys. I'm not fucking
Oh
lying,
wow.
bro. I seen video footage of them fucking dogs. So if you're Muslim out there from Afghanistan, you want to talk shit to me, come at me, motherfucker, because I got video footage of that shit. I ain't lying. And 100% I know they fuck little boys. They're called chai boys. And you'll see like the colonels and the major heads of the communities,
Mhm.
the towns, village people, like the heads. They walk around holding their little boys' hands. Sometimes they cover up their faces, the little boys, or they'll paint their eyes or put a little makeup on them, and they paint the little boy's nails. But that's their boy, and if you look at their boy, they'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't.
Yeah,
And that they're
that's
banging out little boys.
that's a little too wild for me. I ain't gonna lie. I can't.
That's what's going on over there. And I seen that shit personally 100,000 times. Like I see, I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers are all pedophiles. So like, I got to a point where like, yo, maybe they didn't have nothing to do with 9/11. Maybe the conspiracy is real, and they had nothing to do with it. I was like, but I'll still kill these motherfuckers because they're all fucking dog fucking pedophiles.
Yeah, that's a little wild. So Maybe it's some truth to what Donald Trump was saying. They're fucking the dogs and cats and shit. I don't know.
They're fucking dogs. They're fucking cats. Yeah, no, I'm telling you. Hey, listen, if you guys got offended by what I just said, that's not Muslim hate speech and shit like that. I'm telling you, you may think it is, but I don't give a fuck. That's just personal experience. I physically, personally seen it, experienced it, and know it. And I'm just telling a story of what I seen and what I know. And my opinion is, if you're a pedophile and you fuck little boys, you deserve a bullet in the fucking head. If you disagree with me, then you might be a pedophile.
Well, I
That's
agree
all
with
I'm
you
saying, bro.
I agree with you 100%, but it don't have nothing to do with race. Any sick motherfucker
No,
was doing
I'm
that.
just saying
You know
that
what I'm saying?
specific scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. Any sick motherfucker was doing that. You know what I mean?
100%. 100%. I like those dudes like that dude Vitali. I like those dudes that took over Chris Hansen's job. That they do these sting operations. You seen them?
No, I haven't. You have to send me some of them.
They do like sting operations on their laptops, and they'll like go on these what's
For
that?
pedophiles and shit like that.
What's that? What's the gay app for like gay dudes to find hook up with dudes?
Wrong guy. I don't know.
Dude, I wanted you to tell me. I was gonna catch you in a
wrong
trap.
fucking guy.
I almost got you.
No, you didn't.
If you would have answered that
Rewind
shit
this
right
one back.
away.
I was like, where are you going with this? wrong man. I've been a ladies' man since we were kids. You know that.
No, I know what the app is. I know what the app is. It's called Grinder.
See, look at you.
I know because I watched the YouTube reels of these guys. They go on that Grinder app. They say it on the app, and they text message with fucking grown ass dudes pretending they're little girls or little boys, and then they'll do a meetup spot with them, and they go deep. And these guys are all diesel and shit. They're all big and strong, and when they roll up on them, they check the fuck out of them. Then they beat their ass on film.
Yeah. I would like to be on that team.
No, it's dope. It's dope. I seen one today where they told this dude, like, put your head in the fucking toilet, let me flush your head in the toilet, or I'm gonna fuck you up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And
Right,
the dude was like, you know what? The dude was like, all right, I'll put my head in the toilet. Put his head in the toilet. Fuck, dude. Yeah, that's some wild shit, bro. I give those motherfuckers props, but that's a dangerous ass thing to do. Just roll up on motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
We're living in a crazy world, man. So I just try to stay in my own little world where there's no pedophiles, midgets, and weirdos. You feel me? I'll be in my own little world.
No, come on. What's your deal with midgets? Do I love midgets?
Nah, you sound like my older brother now. He loves midgets.
What's wrong with midgets, bro? They're just short ladies.
Actually, I don't have a problem with midgets, but I was just being funny.
I don't specifically have a problem with midgets. All right. And I don't think guys that hook up with midgets are pedophiles. Because I heard this before. I heard that guys that hook up with midgets secretly have like some type of like pedophileness to them. Because like midgets I
don't think I agree with that, because I got a friend. I heard that friend who has a midget girlfriend, and he just likes, that was the first midget I ever saw.
Midgets are freaks, though.
And wait a minute, we got to be politically correct too, because I don't think they like to be called midgets. So little people,
yeah, little people are not at all freaks. But anyways, I'm just telling you what I've seen on Pornhub. But I understand that some folks say that, like, yo, people are attracted to little people. There's a little bit of pedophilia in their mind. I don't agree with that, but I do see females that are older, that are in their 20s, that look like 12-year-old girls. And that's different to me. Like I know one right now that she looks like a 12-year-old girl, and she's 20, 27, 28. She's flat chested, no ass, baby face, real small, real short. She looks like a 12, 13-year-old child, and she's with a grown man. And I kind of think something about that. I don't know why, but it bothers me.
It might be something to it, because as a grown man, I like titties and ass. I don't like no flat chested, nothing that looks petty. You see what I'm saying?
Something to sleep on,
I like grown ass women. Shit. You know what I'm saying? With a 401k pension.
Yeah. 401 inches around women too. So you need something to sleep on. So there's something to that, right? I'm not the only one that feels that way.
I think it's something to it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's like, I don't know, I wouldn't do it, because it's like, I'll be like, you look like my fucking daughter or some shit. Like,
that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. It's a little weird. I get where you're coming from. Like, you're looking at the guy like, what's up with your ass? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do look at a motherfucker like that. I'm like, listen, that motherfucker.
But I also know you, And since we've been kids, we find anything to make fucking fun of. So
I do that.
it doesn't fucking matter.
People know that I do that. But here's the thing, man. Let me give you a
I'm
little
still
bit.
thinking you like my Freddie in My Dreams video because I had that phone, motherfucker.
Let me give you let me give you a little bit of background on Romania. It's like it's not taboo for a grown ass man to date like a 15-year-old. So it's
In
I
different
think it's
yeah, I heard in
yeah.
different countries it's different kind of rules. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, and that's why a lot of Indians go to America. So when you watch that like that Dateline NBC, that Chris Hansen, those old shows, a lot of Indian dudes in that motherfucker, a lot of like European dudes and Indian dudes in that shit because like it's not uncommon for and it's definitely not uncommon for older men to date younger girls. And they have marriage contracts. As long as the parents say it's all good, then it's all good. And you gotta
well, I mean,
understand,
wasn't it was like that in America at one point in time. They were getting
yeah, I
married
mean, look at
14, 15 years
fucking
old.
Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis Presley, bro. Come on.
Married his fucking cousin, and
Come
she
on,
was young as
she was
fuck.
she was his cousin and underage. It was a twofer. Yeah, he was Jerry
He was
Lee.
a fucking Rick James, a super
That
freak.
motherfucker was great balls of fire. I fucked my cousin and I married her too.
Yeah,
That
man.
motherfucker.
They don't. And what's that other guy who married the girl he fucking adopted?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. What's his name? I
I
know what you're
can't
talking
fucking
about.
remember his name, but I know you know he was an
Willie
actor.
Allen.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Willie
That
Allen.
motherfucker.
Was it
Yeah,
Willie Allen or Jimmy Allen? Timmy Allen?
it's one of those
Something Allen.
Allens though. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that guy got away with it because he was a genius filmmaker. Like I don't give a fuck how many fucking good, and I don't like any of his Woody Allen. I don't understand why anybody would like
Woody
that goofy
Allen.
looking motherfucker. But yeah, he adopted this motherfucker. he was
And,
he was married to the chick that was in Rosemary's Baby, and then they adopted a little Asian girl together or something like right. And then he ended up hooking up
and
with his
then he
adopted
started
kid.
fucking with the little Asian girl.
And
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
wild, bro.
That
But
motherfucker.
again, that was just that era, man. Like people didn't really care that, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no doubt that every one of your favorite rock stars in the 80s was tapping out 12 and 13-year-old girls while they're on tour. There's no doubt.
It's very possible. And and I know I'm from Chicago, so you know this too. I know some 14, 15-year-old girls that act grown, look grown,
Yeah.
all that shit. So, you know, some of the guys are getting tricked. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And again, a lot of it too is like they lie about their age. I get all that. You know what I'm saying? I
mhm.
understand all that. But they lie
I
about their
mean,
age. But
yeah, so you know, at this age now, you know, I don't fuck with nobody. You gotta show that ID.
yeah.
You can't trust it.
Yeah. The,
You gotta show
that's
that
the
ID.
thing.
We
Like
got too
here,
much to lose for some slick chick looking older
no,
than what
straight
she
up.
is. You see what I'm
Here in
saying?
Romania, it's like other countries that are like, you know what I'm saying? Romania is not a third world country. I would consider it a second world country. But listen, if your daughter is of age, like of sexual age, probably like around 14, 15, and you're in a bad spot and you know the family's poor and shit like that, it's not uncommon that the family would be happy if the daughter met a guy of means that was older, like that he could take care of her and possibly
Mm,
take care of them. They would push her towards him. Like if he had a real good job and he made money, just like any other
mm.
country where people that are hurting for money and shit like that, they
Mm.
wouldn't frown upon that. And so that's kind of like a cultural thing that's accepted. You know what I'm saying?
And I believe you on that. And because some cultures believe a girl is a woman once she has a menstrual cycle. Some
Yeah.
cultures really believe that. So you know what I
See,
mean?
but my daughter's here. Like, if any motherfucker even thinks of my daughter, any, you know what I'm saying? Like, this smash on sight. Like, dude, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
like I'm gonna be like 50 Cent in that movie when Homeboy comes to the door. I'm gonna be
yeah.
like Martin and Will Smith in that movie when Homeboy comes to the door. Like, yo, let me holler at you real quick.
When you have a daughter, your whole fucking perception changed, man.
Gonna be
Even if you were a
chitty
playboy,
chitty
like
bang bang. Nah, yeah.
exactly,
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. And shit. I'm
exactly,
gonna
dude.
call you out, Marcus. Like we got something to fuck up, take care of business. Our daughters, you know what I'm saying? Especially out here in Europe. But you're good over there. The only thing you really got to worry about is just the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the little
Yeah, the
players thinking
place.
they doing something. The little
Yeah.
tail chasers. Yeah,
Man, listen,
man.
dude, it was fucking dope as hell having you on today, man. This is a real good conversation. I should have did this shit a long time ago, man. You want to
Yeah,
come
man.
back on?
Yeah, of course. You already know that.
We don't even have to talk politics next time. We could just bring up a topic. We'll just make up a topic like those monkeys escaping in South Carolina. That's a
We're
good
gonna
topic, bro.
yeah,
You know
we'll
about
check
that?
it out. Well, no,
You
I
know
didn't
about
hear
that?
about that. I didn't hear
Like
about that yet.
43 monkeys escaped from a research lab in South Carolina last week. They found a couple of them, but those monkeys were like they were in a lab that tests vaccines. So just think
Damn.
about that. So that means those monkeys probably got viruses and diseases, and they let 43 of them out loose in South Carolina, and they ain't found them all yet. And who
Yeah.
knows what those monkeys are carrying, what kind of diseases. I think it's wild, bro. I think that's just like if and being a conspiracy theorist, like I look at it like, yo, what fucked up Donald Trump's presidency? It was COVID. That last year of his presidency got fucked up because of COVID. So if you really want to
Yeah.
fuck up his next 4 years, start another virus.
Yeah. And then they let the monkeys out. Last time they said the bat said it, remember?
Yeah,
Now
not
it's
the,
the
the
fucking
monkeys.
monkeys.
I'm gonna see where
Fucking
this
pricks.
goes.
Tell 'em-
Talk more about that crazy shit next time. Listen, I'm gonna hang this up,
let
man,
me
because
let me tell them
oh
where to
good.
find me at though, man. Hey,
Oh
check
yeah,
out
good. How
Marco
about
the
that?
Yeah, check out Marco the Don on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you're at. Type in Marco the Don. You can check out my music, my videos. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram. All the social media joints.
That's what's up. And I am gonna post all your links into the description box and into the bio. I will give a sample of your music video here on the show. I'll also post any other promotional ads or links that you want to provide me, including that USA Today article and anything like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody who is interested in real hip hop, real you know what I'm saying, Chicago hip hop, street culture, Marco the Don is the man. He's no fly by night rap artist. He's been doing this. Like I said, we recorded a record together 25 years ago. That's how long homie's been doing this shit. So he is the man. He's a veteran in the game all day. And just much love, much respect to you, brother. You are amazing for the hip hop culture. You're amazing for the Chicago culture. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that knows you're a stand up motherfucker. Nothing but love for you, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show. You're always welcome back on the show. Always. This platform is for you and people like you. You know what I'm saying? Artists and contributors to the hip hop culture and the Chicago culture as well, my brother.
Man,
Thank you
I
so much.
appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. And it's been a ball talking to you. I know I was in for a wild ride when I knew I had to come on here with you, man, and you didn't disappoint. I enjoyed
That
it.
was fun, man. We're gonna do it again real soon. All right. Take care of
For,
yourself, bro.
for sure, my brother. Peace and love.
Peace out.